Yeah, I tried to use a little music for that. That was Joel Ortiz, real New Yorker, doing real New York hip hop. I have this book in front of me called Unrestricted Warfare. It's China's master plan to destroy America. And this is kind of my warning to America that whoever is the next president is going to have to deal with China. Since the Clintons, probably since Nixon, nobody has dealt with China properly. China is now getting to the point where they're buying up our national debt. And this book was translated by the CIA, or excuse me, by Al Santoli, and is now being used by the CIA to show the extremes that China is planning to take America down, and not necessarily doing it through frontal assault with major war. Just the different types of methods that they plan on using to soften us up so that someday maybe they can actually beat us. Um, and I've heard reports by 2035, that's the outside at which we will be able to stop China if we don't do something by it. They will get to the point where they will be the #1 power in the world, and then where will we be? We're already selling ourselves down the river to them with our Walmarts everywhere, and it's basically a Chinese warehouse in America all over. They have possession of the ports. They have an Air Force base in the Bahamas. They control the Panama Canal. They're ready to purchase Rio Tinto. They're all over the place, and this book details the means and methods that they're going to use to attack us. And I'd like to read some of those, the China's plans. And I'd like to let the book speak more about this than myself, hence the disguise. So listen to this. It's probably not coincidental that on page 121 and 122 of Unrestricted Warfare, you find that the Chinese military planners predicted attacks on the World Trade Center by terrorist groups 3 years before September 11th. In the same paragraph, Osama bin Laden is named as one of the likely perpetrators. So here China has a plan to destroy America by flying aircraft into its towers, and they predict that it'll be done by Osama bin Laden. And that's uncanny. The passage is remarkable in that in Unrestricted Warfare was published in 1999 by the People's Liberation Army Literature and Arts Publishing House, 3 years before September 11th attacks. Several times in Unrestricted Warfare, China's military planners suggested ways that terrorists in general, and bin Laden specifically, could wage a new unrestricted war against America. China's our friend. They're giving our enemies ideas how to attack us. Uh, Though decent people around the world recoil in horror as they witness the video of the two civilian airliners crashing purposely into the Twin Towers, in China the terrorist acts were greeted with applause by official state media. Soon after September 11th, London's Telegraph reported that the Chinese state-run propaganda machine is cashing in on the terror attacks, producing books, films, and video games glorifying the strikes as a humbling blow against an arrogant nation. The Telegraph quoted Communist Party officials as saying, President Jiang Zemin has obsessively watched and rewatched pictures of the aircraft crashing into the World Trade Center. Jiang's fascination with the glee over the attacks may be explained by the narration in a documentary produced by Beijing television entitled Attack America. The narrator tells the Chinese people, as the video shows the jets crashing into the building, "This is the America the whole world has wanted to see. Blood debts have been repaid in blood. America has bombed other countries and used its hegemony to deny the natural rights of others without paying the price. A jealous China preparing to hate America." The new war against America. Perhaps another reason China's official media are touting the success of September 11th attacks as their own pride that China's new military doctrine, so well expressed in Unrestricted Warfare, and so specifically advocated in the idea of bin Laden bombing the World Trade Center, seems to have worked. Unrestricted Warfare is well known to the Central Intelligence Agency as well as to America's national security establishment. This book was translated by the federal government for study, yet it has gotten little mention by Congress or the media. So take a look, order up. It took me a few weeks to get because there's not that many copies. Unrestricted Warfare was written by two brilliant authors, both senior colonels in China's People's Liberation Army. I can mutilate these names. Qiao Liang and Wang Jiansu. So Qiao and Wang's work comes as a result of the PLA's fascination and obsession with America's remarkable success in defeating Saddam Hussein's army during the Gulf War of 1990 and 91. Unrestricted Warfare reveals how nations like China, faced with an American military, so technologically advanced, can overcome this advantage and defeat the enemy. The enemy target of unrestricted warfare is simply the United States. Um, so with that, I just kind of want to go on to, I want to post this on YouTube. I'd like to see college students pick up this book. I'd like to see college professors teach out of this book. I'd like to see militias throughout the country pick up this book. I'd like to find guys that are out of the military who have fought for the United States, who are no longer in the military, to pick up this book. We all need to get active. China is not America's friend. They do not like us. They are jealous of us, and they want us taken down. They are now shacking up with Venezuela and Russia, teaching them how they can hurt the United States. Um, I will continue to read some more out of this, but at this point, I just wanted to give you an indication of where we are headed. My name is Melchizedek, and I'm just trying to inform our America that it isn't the Middle East we should be worried about um, as much. I think that war is pretty much over and on its way out. We need to worry about PACOM, the Pacific Command Center. That's where everything is headed right now. We look like we're on our way to dealing with China. And if people will remember, just before 9/11, our spy plane was taken down in China. They didn't want to give it back. The pilots are constantly engaging our pilots as we do our patrols. They're actually trying to get us to engage. And when 9/11 happened, all of a sudden they hurried up and gave the jet back, and and it was whatever they got out of it. But don't think for the last 8 years that they haven't been planning. They're trying to be our friend. It's typical, they infiltrate your group and pretend like they're all buddy buddy, but they've been buying us up, and now here we are with no jobs in America. All our clothes are made in China. I'm guilty of it too. We all walk into Walmart and buy our goods because it's cheap, and we need to stop. So this is the call out to. I'd love to see a huge politician pick this up. Presidential candidates, governors, state senators, whatever. Start paying attention. China is the enemy. We've been under attack for years now at the Department of Defense with cyber terrorism, and we know it originates out of China, but how do you pin it on the government? With that, I will capture this YouTube video, and I will add a different installment as I can. Thank you for your time, and please consider these words as a warning. America is under attack by China.